Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for April 2025. We are using the Crystal Unicorns Tarot, which is probably why you're going to hear me laugh, because it delights me. And we are using the Elder Futhark on Amethyst stone. So let's get started with a card from the Crystal Unicorns Tarot. And we have the Seven of Cups. So this month, this is going to be a really good month for you to really look at your hopes and dreams, look at your plans, look at your options, and really get a good idea of them, of what they are and what ones you want to prioritize, because they're all pretty cool. I mean, generally in this, there's ones that look less cool than others, but all of these look pretty cool to me. Obviously, perhaps you might be frightened of the dragon, or of success, or with the death face on it, or of a ghost with a unicorn horn. But anyway, this is your month to look at your options. This is really a month to really look at your hopes and dreams and look at that. Yeah, it's going to be all about your journey. It's going to be all about your life's journey this month. Because maybe, what is that? Oh, hi, Kauna's in that exact position again. Because maybe you started to do something and you decided, no, wait, let's look at what else there is. So central issue this month, we have Raido, which is the rune of the journey. This has to do with your life's journey, your path forward. And this is what this month's focus is going to be about, which is why you're looking at all of these and you're like, okay, what is it that I want in my life? What is it that I can sort of make plans for? And, what of these do I want to keep? What of these do I want to not keep? What of these do I want to focus on? Basically, just you're thinking about your life's path this month. Leading up to this, we have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree, and this has to do with beginnings and birth. Reversed on the path line like this, it says to me that maybe you had started something, and then you realized that you couldn't really start the way that you wanted to until you do this. So this is your month that you're going to take to really have a look at this. I'm trying to think of a made-up example that I can use as what might have happened. Like maybe you wanted to start a project, but you realize before you start this project, there's things you need to learn. So you're going to have to go and learn like some things. Like, I want to start a plumbing business, but I don't know how to do plumbing, so now I have to go to school and learn plumbing. Terrible example, but it's the sort of thing. Like you started a thing, and you were starting, and then you're like, wait a minute, okay, back burner that. Let's actually focus on our journey and what we want. Or maybe you started something and you realized it wasn't something you wanted in your life, and now there's room in your life because you decided not to do that, and now you're saying, okay, what can I put in that place that would be better for me? So here we are. This month we're focusing on the life's journey. What is going to help you? Expand your field of vision. Don't just have, don't have just like a hard focus on the things that are your comfort zone. Like expand out. Like maybe you were focused really only on, I'm just looking at this for an example. Maybe you were focused on jewels or money, or maybe success, jewels, money, and success. But maybe there's also options for you in things like medicine. Maybe there's options for you in things like, home, or fantasy writing. Like maybe there's things you hadn't even considered. Ghost adventures. Maybe there's things you hadn't even considered. So expand your options, like expand your vision so that you can see more things. But also, let yourself open out to these things. Like be open to more things, because Kaunas is the torch or the fire. So you're shining a light, but it's also something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. So it's something that you're actually expanding and opening out. So expand and open out, because that's going to help you. This may have come because you hadn't. Like maybe the failure of what you'd started, if it was a failure, it's not a failure if you learn from it. So it's basically you started a thing, it's like, no. Or else maybe, I can't do that yet because. So open out your options, expand, and just basically, don't just look at the things that you've always looked at. Let yourself see other things. You may still go back to things that you always looked at, but you will be glad that you looked at the other things, because then at least you're not going to wonder anymore. What is not going to help you? We have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This is patience, slow growth, slow development, taking things step by step, moving between worlds. either way, it's basically like you ended this beginning, or you backburnered this beginning, and now there's a sense that whatever you're going to have to do is going to be a long path. And at this, in this part of the spread, it doesn't matter that it's a long path that you're going to love. It's long, and you don't really feel like you have the patience for it. And you're worried that you won't have the patience for it, or even the time. It's just like, this is going to be a lot of work, and this is going to be a lot of steps. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. And if you let that overwhelm you, like if doctors let that overwhelm them, there wouldn't be doctors. So that's basically the sort of thing. Like, yes, you're doing something new you're considering something new for your life's path. And whatever it is going to open up a long road ahead of you. But that's a good thing. And it's exciting. And yeah, it's going to be long, but you're going to be with it, and it's going to be really exciting, and you're going to be... So, you're a bit impatient to get on with it, but at the same time, bring yourself back up to where you're expanding out and you're looking at these, and it's all very interesting and fascinating and compelling and inspiring. What this is all going to lead you to by the end of the month, you're going to be very comfortable with what choices you've made and what you are moving forward with. We have Othala, which is the rune of the home and the homeland. It's a new comfort zone, but you're going to feel very comfortable in it. You will have found solace. You will have found sanctuary. You're going to feel very comfortable by the end of the month with how your journey is going and what choices you've made when you were looking at all the different cups. So that, Scorpio, is your reading for April 2025. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye!